CMEA, the Canadian Music Educators Association, sponsors its first ever award this year to a member of Sweet Adelines International. A member with outstanding contributions in the field of music education. Recipients of this award are music educators recognized in their community as nurturers of music learning throughout Canada. On behalf of the CMEA and Sweet Adelines International, I am pleased to present this year's honoree, Patti Thorpe. Patti is a music director and a full-time teacher at the Langley Secondary School in Langley, British Columbia. There, this 28-year member of Sweet Adelines musically mentors the band, choir, vocal jazz, jazz band, and musical theater classes. When it comes to inspiring a love for music in young people, one fellow teacher said it would be hard to find any individual more invested, motivated, and joyous in sharing music education than our 2016 honoree. In her other life, she is an active member of the Westcoast Harmony Chorus, serving on the leadership team and music teams as a baritone section leader and a quartet member, managing auditions and PVIs, and as a chorus front row dancer. Westcoast Harmony was the Division AA Champion Chorus in 2014. Having decided on a teaching career at the age of 10 and raised in a barbershop family, our awardee has naturally infused her beloved barbershop style into her many teaching endeavors, particularly in musical theater. She's noted for training youngsters to sing in close harmony at every level and with their whole bodies. Not surprisingly, she is the co-founder of Westcoast Harmony Chorus's popular Young Women in Harmony program, which has introduced countless girls to the barbershop genre since 2004. She's known as a gifted teacher and program organizer with particular success in arranging scholarship funds for girls with limited finances and recruiting an array of barbershop talent to help run Young Women in Harmony weekends, including some of our Queens of Harmony. With these impeccable professional credentials and inspiring personal qualities, it's also no surprise that this certified director led a very successful 2016 Young Women in Harmony Festival here in Las Vegas just last weekend. On behalf of the Canadian Music Educators Association, it's my pleasure to present the CMEA Award to Region 26 member Patti Thorpe. Congratulations, Patti.
Thank you, Canadian Music Educators, and thank you, Sweet Adelines. And thank you to Margaret Sampson, who wrote that nomination this year, and to the Region 26 management team, who put in my name for years and years and years for the American Award. You may know Joey Minchell as a wonderful director and coach and arranger of beautiful chords. But she's also a very squeaky wheel. Thank you, Joey. I feel so grateful. I feel grateful to my dad for looking for something to do with his dad and falling into barbershop. And because of him, my mom and my sister and my nieces and we can sing together, even though I live a whole province away from everyone else. I'm the black sheep. And I'm so grateful to my family, my husband and our girls, for being so supportive of this hobby that only takes one night a week. My husband joined Barbershop Harmony Society about a year ago, and watching him learn this year and fall in love with the hobby has just reminded me all over again about how much I love this. It's just so great. And I really have to say thank you to Westcoast, because for almost 30 years now, every Wednesday I have come home smarter and just encouraged. I've learned so much about being a teacher from Westcoast. I've learned so much about being a student from Westcoast, and there's so many things that I can't even put into words. They support my kids. You know, whether they're just girls that I meet for the first time at a Young Women in Harmony program, that we support them on Facebook and follow them and encourage them that way, or they come to my shows at school, or they nurture everybody. And I'm so grateful to you, Westcoast. I have a challenge for you, sweet Adelines. I look on our risers and I look on the other chorus risers that I know well, and there's not a lot of music educators there. Now, just speaking personally, I think music educators are great members. And it's mutual, though, you know, because music educators are a little out of step with the rest of the school. We like our classes large, and they like their classes small. And we like to rehearse at odd times of day when everyone else has gone home or not woken up yet. So you'd think that if a Sweet Adeline chorus happened to find a music educator and just bring her in, she would say, "Here is my tribe." But it doesn't happen that often. So I encourage you to go out and find those women. And they will probably take convincing, because teachers are lousy listeners. So you're going to have to tell her over and over again about what you're learning here. You're going to have to tell her about the way that we encourage young singers and the way we have 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds and, please God, 90-year-olds singing with healthy voices. And you're going to have to tell her about this kind of stuff that you just saw from Scottsdale and from all the other competitors that crossed today. You're going to have to keep working on her, because she'll be stubborn, and eventually she will say, "Oh, I can see that it's wonderful, but I just don't have the time." But it's really important, because she really needs you. She will come home from work completely empty, and she won't have any inspiration, and she won't have any patience left. And she will be empty of music too. And she may not have someone in her home that will say, "Just go to chorus, you'll feel better." I want to thank you, sweet Adelines, for all that you've done for me. You are such a gift. Thank you for this and for that.